Baby, that inner work that you've been doing, when I'm telling you, it's finally paying completely off. It's working for you, okay? But let's be real for a second. You've been doing this deep, grueling inner work, inner healing on yourself. You've been peeling back the layers like an onion, healing wounds maybe you didn't even know existed, breaking cycles, generational curse breaker, and literally transforming from the inside out. But here's what no one talks about. Here's the part where things start to finally shift in your favor, but it doesn't feel how you thought it would feel, how you expected it to feel. Like you're in this weird space where you're not who you used to be. You're not perceiving yourself the way you used to be. You've shifted, but you're also not fully in alignment, standing in that new reality yet, right? And maybe it's messing with your head, maybe it's making you feel a little insecure, okay? And you start wondering, did I do all of this work for nothing? Is it actually working? Is it happening? Is something changing? Why do things feel so slow, right? It's like maybe you finally feel like you're in that character, in that energy of finally receiving, and maybe you feel like, is my breakthrough actually coming, or am I Delulu? And I want to remind you that Delulu is always the Solulu, and it literally makes your dreams come true. Okay, so let me tell you something right now, like literally right this second. If you're finding this message, it is working. You are shifting, and you've shifted, and you're already bringing in massive blessings and new beginnings. And the fact that you even found this video, you even clicked on this video, means that you're already feeling it. You've been clearing those blocks. Maybe you booked a spell with me at the top of my page to clear even more blocks, okay? Because these wounds, these traumas, these subconscious programs have kept you stuck for years. And even if you don't see the results yet, you are so much further than you used to be. Okay, the energy's already moved. Maybe you're seeing like little blessings here and there. Things are starting to add up for you, okay? Pay attention to the signs. So, let's talk about it, because once you fully understand what's happening around you, you're going to absolutely stop second guessing yourself, and you're going to start stepping into your new life, the new version of you, with this full confidence, with the full knowing that you're already so much further than where you used to be, who you used to be, and you're going to have a little more belief in yourself. Okay, so let's start here, because before we talk about what's changing, I need you to truly sit and acknowledge literally how far you've come. Maybe you're so much further than you were last month, last year, okay? Maybe you've changed certain things about you. Maybe last year you were still people-pleasing, saying yes when you wanted to say no, over-giving, over-loving, letting people drain every last drop of your energy, and maybe you didn't stand up for yourself. Maybe your throat chakra was blocked. Maybe you weren't able to speak your truth the way you can now, okay? Maybe you were running from your emotions, avoiding certain thoughts, right? Maybe you were keeping yourself so busy that you wouldn't actually have to feel, been there, done that, workaholic, anyone, okay? Or maybe you were so stuck in survival mode, feeling like you couldn't push through, thinking you had to hustle and grind and overwork and overdo and push just to receive sprinkles of blessings. Literally bare minimum energy. And now you're aware, or you're stepping into awareness, and you're fully recognizing your patterns and your power, right? Because you've been confronting your triggers, your feelings, instead of running away from them, instead of repeating the same patterns over and over again. You're literally rewiring your beliefs. EFT tapping can be significant. You are no longer available for the relationships that drain you, the people, places, and things that no longer serve you. You've stopped letting fear of success, or fear of failure, which are all inner child wounds, make your decisions for you, okay? You are finally giving yourself the love and the care that you always needed. Maybe you're taking care of yourself, skincare routine. Maybe you're brushing your hair more often. There are steps that you're taking, and that alone, that's everything. That is everything, and everything is literally changing for you. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, right? Romans energy here. So it's like, as you've been renewing your minds and stepping into this higher version of yourself, your reality is following. Your reality, it's all being worked out for you. It's all working in your favor, okay? The prayer, the manifesting, the affirmations, the subliminals, the meditations, the inner work, the frequencies, all of it. God, source, universe sees it, sees all the work you've been doing, sees all the work you've been putting in for months, for years, okay? Your spirit team is so proud of you. If you're finding this message, confirmation, birds chirping, okay? So let's get into the part that no one warns you about, okay? So the moment when your inner work really starts to like shift things, right? Really starts to create change, maybe a little bit around you, but it doesn't look like the way you expected it, right? It's like, okay, you've done the inner work, you've done the inner healing, you've been talking to yourself, you've been talking to your inner child, you've been taking your younger self out on dates, right? You think that once you start healing, everything will just fall into place, boom, overnight, right? But usually it comes in, and I'm literally seeing Ace of Pentacles here, usually comes in with handouts, some blessings, right? Page of Pentacles, it might start small and then it takes off. But you feel like everything is falling apart because you're not receiving as much as you thought you should. And then things in general, maybe you're losing things. Old friendships, falling away, the things you used to enjoy, not hitting the way that they used to, those old coping mechanisms, addictions, smoking, okay, not working like it used to. And it feels really fucking uncomfortable. And it's okay to say that. It feels like you're literally losing yourself, but here's the thing. You're not losing yourself at all. You're literally shedding like a snake shedding its skin, the parts of you, the version of you that was built on survival mode. And that is an amazing thing because what's left underneath is the true you, the you that existed before the trauma, before the abuse, before people came up against you, and maybe you feel exhausted. Maybe you feel emotionally drained. Maybe even like, what was the point of all this? Unmotivated, lack mentality. Maybe you even sometimes slide back a little bit. Like, how did all this work? Like, how's this all going to work? You did all this work, but now you're in this void where you feel like either little things are happening or nothing's happening. But let me tell you, this is absolutely not a setback. Okay? This is integration. This is stepping into your purpose. This is your nervous system literally adjusting to your new frequency. That's why we tell you to do the tapping, do the deep breathing, okay? Give it time. Allow your body to adjust to this new version of you, to your new vibration, to your new sense of being, because you're literally being elevated. And the universe wants you to keep making the best decisions for yourself as you keep moving forward, okay? Maybe a toxic ex comes back in, a toxic friend, a triggering situation keeps repeating itself, same situation, different souls. An old fear resurfaces out of nowhere, and it's not because you're backsliding, okay? You have to take a step back in order to take 10 steps forward, but you're not backsliding. It's because the universe is asking, are you really done with this cycle? Or are you falling back into old patterns? And even if you did, it's going to be easier to jump back. It's going to be easier to pull yourself back because this is the new reality you're forming. It's not just changing parts of yourself. It's changing who you are. Okay. So Flora, your Manifesting Bestie podcast, talks about birds before landing. If your life is falling apart, or you're receiving little blessings, or you're receiving signs of blessings, okay, you feel like you're getting extra tested. There's literally a massive blessing on its way to you right now, okay? When things fall apart, it's because greater things are coming together. So let's talk about energetic blockages, and this is a huge one because this is the part where, like, sometimes people feel like their life is falling apart, their manifestations aren't coming in, nothing is working, okay, maybe you've done all the manifesting, but in reality, if you have an energetic block, these blocks, it's not just like a mentality. It's something that is stored in your energy. Maybe generational curses, maybe trauma, subconscious programmings, okay? That trauma from your past, it was stored in your body, in your root chakra. And this is something people really don't talk about, okay? In order to manifest, you have to make sure your chakras align, and limiting beliefs, okay, that shape your reality, especially in the past, that usually is stored in your root chakra. That fear of being seen, that might be blocking your blessings. This is why I offer blockage removals at the top of my page, okay? And now that you've been doing the work, you're actually able to see these blocks and they're lifting for you because you're realizing they're there. But when energy is being released, you feel that. Sometimes it can show up in a whole bunch of different ways, okay? Random emotions, bubbling up, crying, okay? Weird body sensations. Oh my God, I get this all the time. And this could also be ascension, which is kind of the same thing. Weird body pains, fatigue, tingles, okay? You know, one part of your, like my left knee's been hurting, that's feminine energy. Like, you know, random things, vivid dreams, situations that make you see who you really are and what you've been avoiding. But here's the best part. When the blocks are being released and as you're feeling them, right? Your manifestations flow in even faster than before because your body is always giving you signs. You are literally being freed what once held you back so that you can launch forward into this new timeline, into this new reality, into this new version of you, your new identity. Okay, so now that you know it's not working, how do you move through this energy? How do you keep it pushing, right? Stop seeking proof in your physical 3D reality. And this is the hardest thing to do for me personally. I'm a Capricorn rising, control a little bit, okay? Just because you don't see the results doesn't mean that God's source universe isn't working out the kinks, okay? Doesn't mean it's not coming in. Your inner world shifts first. Then the outer world has to shift after that. And this is absolutely one of the hardest things to do for most people, for my clients, for, you know, the people who book spells with me, because it's blockages. You have to change your identity. How would the version of you who already has their wishes act, especially if you're getting spells done for you? You have to believe that you already are receiving it, okay? Neville Goddard is great. I love his books, so good. His books are literally life-changing, okay? Because if you just act like you already have it, for example, you want to have love, what would the version of you that was in that healthy relationship look like? Keep acting like that most healed version of you that already has it. In order to receive it, you have to believe you deserve it so the universe can serve it, okay? How does your future self handle triggers? If you're stepping into CEO identity and you lose a client or something happens at work, would you care? No. How would your higher self respond to setbacks? Start making those decisions now. Let go of what's not in alignment. Who cares? You lost a client, there's 100 more. That relationship didn't work out. There, you know, men are like busters, whatever. If something is leaving, let it go. It wasn't aligned. If something feels off, you have to trust it. Your soul already knows where it's meant to go, and it's literally leading the way. So your breakthrough is inevitable. All you have to do is keep going, keep pushing through. Okay, I need you to hear this super loud and clear. You are not stuck at all. Point blank, period. You are in massive transition. Okay? And the work you've been doing is not for nothing. It's literally clearing space for everything that you've been manifesting, praying for, and asking for to come into place the way that it needs to in the best way possible. Period. Okay? So the friendships, the love, the abundance, it's already in alignment with you. It's already coming in. Your past is no longer controlling your future. Okay? Especially if you've been doing the inner work, and if you haven't, step into that. And the best part, this is only the beginning. Okay? It's going to get so much better and so much bigger for you. The more you heal, the more you receive, the more you're grateful for what you received, the bigger it'll become. Okay? So if this resonated, let me know in the comments. What's one way you're noticing that your healing has been working? And absolutely don't forget to like, subscribe, and make sure to turn on my notifications. Okay? Because trust me, baby, we're all in this level up, and it's not easy, but we're doing it together. I love you. Just keep shining. You've got this, baby.